Hi, this is an explanation of two assignments that are due. One is due week 5 and one is due week 6. And I want to explain those to you, and you'll find them in the assignments folder. The first one is to develop 5 math word problems for a certain grade level. You're to use one or more of the problem-solving strategies that you would find on page 34, and then you're to post these in your Word Problems Wiki. And there are exemplars on Blackboard that I'll show you. Then, the second part of this assignment isn't due until week 12, but I wouldn't wait till then. You're to find 2 or more children at or close to the grade level of the word problems you created, and these people are going to help you solve your word problems. You could use an adult for one of your students. It's always interesting to analyze how an adult solves a problem compared to how a student or a child solves the problem. And then you're going to use voicethread.com to reflect on how you solved each problem. Remember, there may be more than one way to solve the problem, so please make sure that you show the work that the people showed you in regards to solving the problem. You're to create a reflection as you analyze how the students responded to your word problems. What may have surprised you that they did? And you can use the rubric, and I would highly suggest you use the rubric so you make sure you have all the criteria that is required and expected in your word problems and your analysis. The second assignment is your literature and math lesson, which is due week 6 the following week. You're to research a children's literature and locate a book that you could use to integrate in math in a math lesson. So you're going to design one lesson using the book to be shared in the Literature Math Wiki. It does not have to be a book about math, although it could be. It could be a book that you're going to apply to a math lesson of any grade of your choosing. Let's take a look and I'll show you what you'll see in this assignments folder. You have the word problem rubric. You have a folder with exemplars in them for word problems so you can see what other people have done. And this is the wiki for the word problems. If you click on that, it will take you to the wiki. And then, when you get ready to do your analysis of how the students or the adult and the students solved the word problems, you can click on VoiceThread instructions and it will show you how to create a VoiceThread, which is the vehicle you're going to use to make your analysis. I want to put in a little technology, some new technology, as well as be able to have some content for that technology. And that should take care of your word problems and your analysis. Word problems are due week 5, the analysis not to week 12, but don't wait that long to have it done. The other assignment is the children's literature and math lesson. Here is the folder for that. I'll click on that. In this folder, here is an exemplar. Now in this, you have to develop a math lesson based on children's literature. And what I'm going to ask you to do is take that book and create a PowerPoint by taking pictures of each page and making a PowerPoint. Here is an exemplar that this person used the greedy triangle. This is the person's lesson plan, and this is then the Jing explaining the lesson plan in the book. And you're welcome to look at that and do something similar. Do not have to clone that. Here is your rubric, and I would highly look at the rubric to make sure you have all the criteria. And again, here is the Literature Math Lesson Wiki link that will take you to that. Now if you get lost and you need to look, if you look over here, here's the exact same problem, exact same page for word problems. Here are the exemplars, here's the wiki, and the same thing for the literature math lesson. If I click on here, give it a second. Here's the folder for that. I'll click on that. And here's the information for that. So you should be all set. I wish you lots of luck. Again, if you have questions, don't hesitate to email me. In fact, you might want to ask a colleague first, and if that colleague doesn't know the answer, then email me. And then, if I don't respond as soon as you need it, which I'm hoping hoping you'll give me a little bit of time. I check usually once or twice a day. Then text me, and last but not least, as our last resort, call me. I'll see you online.